Español. José Luis Panadillo.
All right, looks like we're good. Good morning, I'm Judge Amy Carter. This is Courtroom 1, Session 1. Could I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, please?
Letitia Follow with the Office of Public Defender.
Elaine Fusco, State Attorney's Office.
Thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Randall Tachi.
Sir, this is 20 MO 5. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. There-
That's correct, Your Honor.
There is probable cause, sir. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Taji?
Your Honor, can I please say something real quick, please?
Sure.
I've been clean and sober since the 9th of last month. I relapsed yesterday. I don't want to mess this up. I was supposed to be at work today. I've never in my life asked the state's attorney or judge, can I go today or by tomorrow, please?
All right, sir. Ms.
I
Fusco,
hope
did
I
you have an
can.
offer for Mr. Taji?
Yes, Your Honor. We could do a time served offer, Your Honor, adjudication, guilt, time served, court costs.
Thank you. Mr. Tachi, I assume you want to accept the offer, sir.
Yes, thank you. God bless you, thank you.
Sign the plea form, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Your
Oh.
Honor, enter a plea of no contest.
Okay.
And I apologize to the cops that were here.
I understand, sir.
I'm really disappointed in me, but, you know, thank you. And thanks again, Stacy.
Mr. Tachi, did you read the plea form, sir,
Uh.
before you signed it?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up on the plea form?
No, no,
Are you on probation?
no, I'm not.
Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes,
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
no.
All right, sir, I'm going to accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You will have to pay court costs. Those are going to be due by January 4th of 2021, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Thanks again, guys.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Good morning.
Tell me your name.
Carmine LeConte.
Mr. LeConte, you're here in case number 20MM10. You were arrested for petty theft and trespass. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. LeConte?
Your Honor, as this one's enhanceable and there appears to be prior history, we would withhold an offer at this time.
Okay. Mr. LeConte, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. You are not to return to 7-Eleven. When you leave the court, or when you leave the jail, they're going to give you a court date, sir. Make sure that you reappear at your court date, otherwise there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest, sir. Okay? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's 19MM560. I'm gonna find a waiver of Mr. Hickson's appearance based upon his refusal to come to court. He was arrested for petty theft. There is probable cause. I'm appointing the public defender. He also has 19MM561, possession of drug paraphernalia. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender in that case as well. I'm gonna stay the bond, on 560 at 500, and bond on 561 will be $100. All right, I'm finding a waiver of Mr. Marslock's appearance based upon his refusal to come to court. In 19MM10444, he was arrested for trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. He's not to return to the 7-Eleven, and bond is $500. Are you Mr. Mateo?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, sir. You are here in 20 CF 5. You were arrested for aggravated battery on a person 65 years of age or older. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's also a man that came from the left with a firearm and showed me an empty chamber.
Pardon me?
I just wanted to make like a note that there's a really stressful roommate in the back of the house.
So,
as well.
Mr. Mateo, I just want to caution you, I don't want you to talk about the facts of your case at this time. Everything in this courtroom is recorded. It can be used against you later. I've appointed a lawyer to help you with your case. They're gonna come meet with you and you'll be able to go over all of, what happened with them, okay? All right, sir. You are not to have any contact with Robert Purdue. You're not to possess any weapons or any firearms. Your bond, sir, is going to be $1,500.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
That's number 2 from attorney.
Sir, good morning. Your name?
Batavia Shepherd.
Mr. Shepherd, you were here in 19 MM 10443. You were arrested for providing false ID to law enforcement. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Shepherd?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Shepherd, do you want to resolve your case today?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have any other cases that are holding you here?
yes. That's why I want to get this one out the way.
Okay,
Yes, they're, failing to appear, it's a failure to appear case.
I see. Okay. How many days has Mr. Shepherd been here?
He's been here 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Shepherd, sign the plea form, please.
This. Right here?
Your Honor, enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Mr. Shepherd, did you have a chance to read the plea form before court this morning, sir?
Oh, yes, yes, I apologize, yes, I did.
Okay. Did you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 4 days' time served. You will have to pay court costs. Those are due by January 4th of 2021, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am, you said January what?
January 4th of 2021.
Oh, okay, fabulous.
All right,
Thank you so
all
much.
right, sir. Thank you.
That's it, thank you.
4th, January 4th. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Dwayne Key, ma'am.
Mr. Key, this is 20 CF 13. You were arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You're not to have any contact with Charman Sorrell. You are not to possess any weapons or any firearms, sir. Oh, okay. Ma'am, Ms. Sorrell, did you want to be heard? Okay, come in the box, please. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Could you please raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Sharman Sorrell.
All right, and Ms. Sorrell, what would you like to tell the court?
It's a very dangerous man right there.
Okay.
He has threatened to kill me, and I believe with my whole heart he will. This man put one in the chamber 3 inches from my face and told me he was going to kill me. I believe with my whole heart he means it. He's already out on bond for the same thing, but I'm not the victim in that one. Your Honor, please don't let him out. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Fusco, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Yes, Your Honor, that in this case, as the victim has stated, he did have a confrontation with her with a gun. threatened her and said he had shot someone previously and didn't care about shooting her. And there was another roommate who also gave a statement on body-worn camera that he heard the firearm being cocked. We know that in this case, there are 33 felony convictions, 14 misdemeanors, and numerous ones of them involve firearms. There are multiple robberies with firearms, there's some kidnapping, and there was arrest for homicide in the past, and he is currently out on bond. So we would ask the court to consider revoking the bond in the prior case and having no bond in this case.
Okay, well, he's entitled to a bond on the new case because it's not a punishable by life felony. And the state hasn't filed a motion for pretrial detention, so he will get a bond in 20 CF 13. That bond is gonna be $10,000. Again, sir, you're not to have any contact with Charmin Sorrell, you're not to possess any weapons or any firearms, and I am going to revoke the bond in 19 CF 11785. That will be set at none, sir. You'll have to have your lawyer file a bond motion. Yes, sir.
Can I speak, ma'am? You know, this whole case.
Sir, I don't want you to talk to me about the facts
No,
of
no,
this
no,
case.
no, I'm just going onto what she was saying, ma'am. As you see in the report, this alleged offense, they came to that, like it says in there, I never left the house. It's in the report, I never left the house or anything. The police came in, dogs and everything. They searched everywhere. It took them a couple hours. No guns, no weapons, no, and they told them, I never left the house or left my room. So I said to the cop, if I had a gun, then it's here somewhere. I ain't
Sir,
had,
I
I didn't
understand
do
what you're telling
anything.
me. I'm not passing judgment on whether you did
Right,
or
but-
didn't do it. This is something you're gonna have to talk to your lawyer about
But
and
you
have a motion
revoking,
filed.
you revoking my
I am.
other bond
I
on.
am, based on the probable cause of this case. All right, thank you, sir.
So what do I have to do about getting that bond back,
You
ma'am?
need to have your lawyer file a motion with the trial judge that's handling that specific case.
I don't know who that is.
Your lawyer will know. Thank you, sir. Okay, so, in 20 CF 18, I'm finding a waiver of, Ms. Lawson's appearance based upon her, inability to come to court due to her behavior. She was arrested for 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of resisting officer with violence, and 1 count of resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause for the offenses. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent her. Bond on count 1 is going to be $2,500. Bond on count 2 is $2,500. Bond on count 3 is $150. Bond on count 4 is $150. Bond on count 5 will be $100. Good morning, your name?
Decorian McElroy.
Mr. McCroy, you're here in case number 20MO3A. You arrested for state misdemeanors, being in possession of a dairy cart. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender for your cases this morning, sir.
Can I state something, Judge?
Not right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I just don't want you to talk to me about the facts of your case.
It wasn't that. I just want to say that I was never read my rights.
Okay, so again, that's something that you're gonna wanna talk to your lawyer about. They'd have to file a motion to that issue. Okay. Mr. McCoy, you were also arrested in 20 CF 16 for possession of cocaine. There is probable cause for that offense as well, and I'll appoint the public defender. I'm gonna release you ROR on the milk cart case, which is 20 MO3. And your bond on 20 CF 16 will be $500, and I'm not gonna take any action on the out on bond case. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, your name?
Keon O'Shea Williams Flax, ma'am.
Mr. Williams, you're here in 20 CF 19. You were arrested for possession of ecstasy. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. I'm gonna place you on pretrial release at this time, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
so what does that mean? That,
You're gonna have to call in to pretrial every month
okay,
and check in. Oh, so you're gonna have to come in once a month to
Okay.
pretrial, until your case is resolved.
okay.
But you won't have to post a bond to get out of the jail.
All right, so I should get out this afternoon?
You will today.
All right. Y'all
thank
should
you,
give
sir.
me all the information to,
They absolutely will.
all right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You too, sir. Good morning. Your name?
Marvin Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, you are here in case number 20-MO4. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Mitchell?
Your Honor, in this case, there's a discrepancy between the charge that the officer says in the affidavit he's charging him with, which would include a DUI, a leaving the scene of the accident with property damage, and resisting. So we would like to get clarification, I think.
Are we on the same case?
That's not me.
Marvin Mitchell?
Marvin Mitchell?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. He was arrested for disorderly conduct.
Okay. Sorry.
That's all right.
I thought we'd gone to the next one.
No
Must be out of
problem.
order. Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 4 days with credit time served, court cost, no return to the scene of room 22 at 114 South Orange Avenue.
Mr. Mitchell, did you want to accept that offer?
I wasn't clear on I couldn't hear.
It's a 4-day offer.
40,
4 days,
4 days in jail
correct. You have credit for 2. You get out tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Your Honor, he doesn't want to take the offer.
All right, bond's $500. I'm not gonna take any action on the out on bond case.
Wait, hold on. Let me write this down.
Sign it.
Nope, that's the number 2 attorney.
Good morning, your name?
Jacob Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, you're here in 20-MO6. You were arrested for disorderly conduct. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 4 days with credit time served, court cost.
Mr. Wilson, did you want to accept the offer?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you want to accept the state's offer?
Could you repeat that for me?
Yes. Adjudication of guilt, 4 days with credit time served, court cost.
So, could you explain
Your Honor, he'd like to accept the offer.
Okay, sign the plea form, please.
So I'll for sure be out tomorrow? Yes.
Sir, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Let me read it again.
Mr. Wilson, why don't you go have a seat in the back? You can take your time and read the
Oh,
form.
I read this form already. I've read this form already.
That was my question to you.
Yes.
Did you read the plea form before
Yes.
you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights you're giving up? Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You will have to pay court costs, which are due by January 4th of 2021. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing. I'm not going to take any action on the out on bond case. Mr. Wilson, you have court on January 7th at 9 a.m. in courtroom 10B on that case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Thank you.
May I ask a question?
What's that?
Am I allowed to bond out or no? I just wait the time, yes?
You don't need to bond out. You're already on bond. So when your sentence expires on this new case, you'll be released. But you need to show up for court on your other case on the 7th.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so
All right.
much. Have a great day.
You too, sir. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Charles Houston.
Sir, this is 20 MM5. You were arrested for trespass on property after warning. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Hefner?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court costs, no return to the scene of the Wawa at 5810 South Raleigh Street.
You want to accept the offer, sir?
2 days, so when may I be getting out?
Today.
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
that.
Sign the plea form, please. Did you read the plea form before you signed it, sir?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No,
Are you on probation?
no,
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
oh, I'm sorry. No,
Let me ask you the
I'm
question
sorry, I
again.
didn't
That's
know
all
it
right.
was my
I know
hands
you were
were quick.
distracted, that's okay. Do you understand if you are not a U.S. citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
yes,
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
no,
All right, I'll accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 2 days' time served. You're not to return to the Wawa. You're also to abide by the trespass warning. You'll have to pay court costs, which are due by January 4th of 2021. And you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
but I'll be getting out today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me your name.
Darius Barnes.
Mr. Burns, you are here for an out-of-county warrant out of Hillsborough County
Yes,
for
ma'am.
robbery with a firearm. You have a $15,000 bond. If you are unable to post the bond, Hillsborough County will come and pick you up, and you'll see a judge when you get to first appearance there.
So I can post my bond today
Correct.
and I get out.
Right.
And they have 72 hours, I heard.
So, right, so from today, so probably they wouldn't be here till Monday, because they don't go on the weekend. So it's 3 business days, and today's
business
Thursday. So they'd probably be here on Monday.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to bond out today.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Another thing, do I have to deal with an international bail bondman? Or do I have to deal with Hillsborough County's bail bondsman?
I think you could use any bail bond person you want.
So I can use the Orange County one?
I would think so. I mean, I don't know. You have to call and ask.
And one more, I haven't been in Tampa since 2016. My name has came up in this robbery.
You're gonna need to talk to your lawyer about that. And I think when you get to first appearance there, whatever preliminary hearing you go to, either you can bring a lawyer with you, or they'll appoint the public defender if you qualify. All right, thank you, sir. All right. Ms. Fusco, are you ready on the 33 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. 19 CF 14788 Fresner Murad.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that'll be granted. Twenty 19 CF 14158 Denarius Villaverde.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was a notice of non-filing.
That'll be granted. Nineteen CF 16402 Travis Bryan.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was an information filed, filing ID 100966071.
That'll be denied. 19 CF 14108 Daniel Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there's a notice of non-filing.
That will be granted. 19 CF 16388 Edwin Bellamy.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was an information filed, filing ID 100987594.
That will be denied. 19 CF 16403 Travis Bryan.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was an information filed with filing ID 100966071.
That will be denied. 19 CF 16174 Ray Stiles.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 31st, there was an information filed, filing ID 100986361.
That will be denied. 19 CF 15314 Johnny Pitts.
Yes, Your Honor. There was a no information notice filed on December 31st.
That will be granted. All right. All right, then we'll be in recess. good morning. I'm Judge Amy Carter. This is courtroom 1, session 2. Could I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, please?
Letitia Fowler with the Office of Public Defender.
Thank you.
Elaine Fusco, State Attorney's Office.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Good morning, your name?
Melissa Giovanni.
Did Ms. Godden bond? Yes, got it. And you're Melissa Giovanni?
Yeah.
Ma'am, you were here in 20 CF 25. You were arrested for possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, 2 counts. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Did I have a face sheet for Ms. Giovanni? Do you have a face sheet? Thank you. All right. Bond on count 1 is 100, bond on count 2 is 150, bond on count 3 will be 500. Thank you, ma'am.
I don't know if you have, Johnny Kirby bonded,
Okay,
and then Zacharias Williams bonded.
okay. Good morning, sir. Your name?
Amal Douglas.
Mr. Douglas, this is 20 MM 16. You were arrested for trespass on property other than a structure or a conveyance. There's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
I wasn't arrested for that charge today. I was arrested for the trespassing back in like April or May or something. I sat in the county jail for 34 days for that charge, and they released me on that. And now they're saying that I had a court date that was a warrant was signed in August. How is that possible? I never even received a court date. That charge was thrown out, and they let me out of jail. I literally sat in here for 34 days for trespassing, walking down the railroad tracks.
So you're right, it was not thrown out though, that's where you're confused. So you're right, you were arrested, you sat here for 30 days. The state did not. The state filed a notice of non-filing on or before the 33rd day. They didn't not file on the case. Okay, so the case was still pending. It looks like your lawyer filed a written plea of not guilty and waived your arraignment, so you weren't present in court. I'm not sure why you were never given notice. But Mr. Douglas, if you want to resolve all of the cases today, we can do that.
Okay.
All right?
What am I supposed to do?
You're gonna sign the plea form, and then I'm gonna give you credit for time served on your new case, and as well as the old case. Because you have, what, 34 days? Does he have 34 on the old case on 19MM 3279? Or he's gonna have more than that now. Mr. Douglas, you understand you can't go back to those railroad tracks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many?
34.
34, okay. All right, Mr. Douglas, did you read the plea form, sir, before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a US citizen that this plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you taken any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening in court today?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea, adjudicate you guilty on both 20 MM 16 and 19 MM 3279. On 16, I'm going to sentence you to 1 day in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 1 day time served. And in 19 MM 3279, I'm going to sentence you to 34 days in the Orange County Jail. You have credit for 34 days time served. You will have to pay court costs on each case. Those are going to be due by January 4th of 2021, and you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
So I'll go on today. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Roxanne George's Medical.
All right. You can reset that one. Choose medical. Good morning, your name?
Hazel Rabin.
Ms. Rabin, you're here in 19MM 8916. You failed to appear for arraignment on December 26th of this year for the offense of battery. Your bond is $1,000, ma'am. I will appoint the public defender to represent you if they weren't previously appointed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, good morning. Your name?
Thaddeus Nobles.
Sir, this is 20 CT 3. You were arrested for no valid driver's license. There is probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases this afternoon, or this morning. You also have 20 MM 5, contributing to the delinquency of a minor and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. Was there an offer? Well, you're on probation, so you can't plea. I'm gonna set bond at $500 and 20 CT3. I'm not taking any action on the out on bond case. Bond on 20 MM5 will be 500 on count 1, 100 on count 2. There is probable cause for the violations of probation out of Lake County. I'm gonna set bond at $500 on the violation of probation, 23. And there's just the one case, I think. Yeah. 23. All right, Mr. Nobles, I did give you a bond on your out of county, your Lake County violation of probation.
Thank you.
But they could, in Lake County, they could revoke that bond, okay? Just wanted you to be aware of that,
Okay,
all right? Thank you, sir.
thank you. Okay.
Good morning, your name?
Choya Islam.
What about, Mr. Vargas bonded? And then this, you're Mr. Robinson? No? Mr. Robinson Vera? Then they must have bonded. 2000077.
Bonded.
Got it. I'm sorry, tell me your name again?
Choya Islam.
Mr. Islam, this is 20 MM 21. You were arrested for trespass and a conveyance and resisting officer without violence. There's probable cause. I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer for Mr. Islam?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 3 days with credit time served, court costs,
Do I
and
accept-
no return to the scene of the trespass.
Would you like to accept the offer, sir?
You said 3 days?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sign the plea form, please. Mr. Islam, did you read the plea form before you signed it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do you have any questions about any of the rights that you're giving up?
So I will be here for 3 days.
You're gonna be here for one more day. You'll be released tomorrow. You've got credit for one day.
And I'll leave tomorrow.
You'll leave tomorrow. But do you have any questions about any of the rights on the plea form that you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
All right, are you on probation?
No, ma'am. I'm not.
Do you understand that you don't have to accept the offer? You have a bond on each count.
Can
I
I
feel
pay-
like you're not sure about what you want to do.
This is my first time, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can I see a face sheet for Mr. Islam? Thank you. Mr. Islam, I'll place you on pretrial release if you want to not accept the offer and talk to a lawyer in more detail about your case. Would you rather do that?
Pre-trial release, what is that?
So you'll be released from the jail today, but you'll have to report into the pretrial program, kind of like being on probation until your case is resolved.
No problem.
You want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. I'm going to place you on pretrial release at this time. Okay? Thank you. Oh, everyone, all the batteries bonded? Okay. All right, then we will be in recess.